Welcome to your Barbados Today Evening News Update for Thursday, January 23. Executive Director of the Caribbean Public Health Agency CARPHA, Dr. Joyce St. John says the risk of the coronavirus in the Caribbean is low, but she wants countries to be prepared. Dr. St. John said presently there are no confirmed cases or reports of the virus in the Caribbean, but countries must remain proactive and vigilant. She urged countries to reinforce surveillance measures at points of entry, communication strategies which emphasize good hand hygiene, and measures targeted at reducing the importation of this new virus to our shores. In the meantime, Dr. St. John assured CARPHA will continue to monitor developments and work closely with its international health partners to respond and provide timely advice and support to Caribbean member states. Nurses from Ghana will arrive here early next month. Word of this from Health Minister Lieutenant Colonel Jeffrey Bostick. The nurses were expected to be on the job this month, but Bostick told reporters that some technical matters are still to be settled.
If everything goes according to plan, that the nurses should arrive around somewhere between the 5th and the 10th of February. They're not all coming on the same flight en masse, but between that time frame they should arrive. Everything is being put in place for that. We are planning around that. But there are one or two issues that have to be dealt with by the government of Ghana. That is in terms of obtaining visas for the nurses to be able to transit the United Kingdom. Right, so that is as soon as they're able. Once they can get that done in the time frame that we anticipate, then we should be able to see nurses arriving between, from around the 5th, 6th of February.
On the heels of the tragic death of 81-year-old Inez Mabel Fields, who lived alone at Newberry St. George, the Minister of Elder Affairs and People Empowerment, Cynthia Ford, is urging senior citizens to refrain from using kerosene oil lamps. Noting that she was still awaiting word regarding the source of the blaze that killed Fields in the wee hours of last Saturday, Ford told Barbados Today that relatives and caretakers need to play their role in ensuring that elderly folks do not use oil lamps or candles in the house. The St. Thomas Member of Parliament also urged Barbadians to truly become their brother's keeper and to rekindle community spirit. A bothersome eyesore on Belmont Road is now no more. Workers from the Sanitation Service Authority has cleaned up the site which formerly housed the old Wakefield High School, which had become a dumping ground.
We spoke to the residents and we urged them to desist from dumping there. They also reported that persons from outside will come and dump there. It's really a private lot, and we just did our part as a government department to help. But really, we are appealing to the residents to be more vigilant so that we can alleviate areas like this.
Hundreds bid a stirring farewell to 16-year-old Christchurch Foundation student Niamh Stoute today. Government officials, family, friends, teachers, students paid glowing tribute to the brave girl who lost her battle to neuroblastoma cancer. Her mother, Petra Gooden, said she had an extra special daughter.
On November 18th, my baby, she will always be my baby. And I share this hope, and I want to share it with you. Many times Jesus walked by many situations and circumstances that many people were going through, but he never stopped to address them unless faith called him out. Our God is one that understands the enemy is out here like a roaring lion, looking for whom to devour. Many times we stick ourselves in the dark den. Is it fair that a good God would allow such things? Or is it that we tend to want to claim God is good when it's only beneficial?
Her father, Andre Gooden, admitted that he is still in pain as he recalled their close relationship.
Niamh and I share this special bond, and I would jokingly ask her one of things, am I not the one that carried her for 9 months? Niamh was fiercely protective of her parents, and we were equally as protective of her. I remember on many occasions telling her not to worry, let me do the worrying, as it was my job to worry about her as her parent. And she would reply, you are my daddy, I have to worry about you.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
It's Festive Friday!
Thursday at the Bridgetown Night Market at Pelican Craft Center. Kick off the weekend this Friday from 4 p.m. to midnight with loads of food, drinks, and entertainment. Get ready for crop over with the Rhythm Root Street Parade. Party like it's Kadooman Day on the street around Pelican Village with costume reveler, music, and more. It's Festive Friday. It's Festive Friday at the Bridgetown Night Market at Pelican Village Center from 4 p.m. to midnight. Admission free.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
To regional news now, Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley says he won't be imposing a state of emergency to treat with the present crime surge in the country. Dr. Rowley was speaking with TV6's Elizabeth Williams.
You may recall that during the previous administration, at a time when there was a similar kind of upsurge, the nation responded through advice and in some element of desperation, I would say, and had a state of emergency. It did not solve the problem. The end result is you end up having to pay some of the very people who you set about to restrain. We paid millions of dollars to people who were improperly restrained, and also it had a damaging effect on the economy.
Rowley said initiatives to treat with citizens who have criminal intent remain ongoing by the security forces, in addition to information gathering, while resources have been made available towards fighting crime with an institutional framework.
We have a lot of information about the behavior of people, the criminal conduct of some people. That information is useful in going after them before they commit the crime.
On the international scene, the World Health Organization called a new coronavirus that has killed 18 people in China and infected around 650 globally an emergency in China, but stopped short of declaring the epidemic an international concern. More in this report from Reuters Television.
Despite mounting concern and extraordinary measures taken in China to protect the public, the World Health Organization on Thursday said it was too early to consider an international outbreak of a new virus to be a global emergency. Speaking in Geneva, the WHO director said, quote, "This is an emergency in China, but it has not yet become a global health emergency. It may yet become one." The WHO announcement comes as China imposed unprecedented measures to control the newly identified coronavirus. Most public transport in the city of Wuhan, population 11 million, was suspended on Thursday and people were told not to leave. Video obtained by Reuters show empty market stalls where people have been panic buying and rushing to stock up on supplies. One Wuhan resident, originally from South Africa, shot this video from the city's airport while trying to leave the city.
Most of the railway stations are actually closed, so people coming to the airport will have to make alternative arrangements. So it's difficult to travel around today due to the virus. And people are actually advised to stay at home and also not to mingle with the crowds.
That's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM.